you.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No, oh, you're gonna leave? I'm by myself.
I mean,
Okay.
that's what I was asking. I was like, do you want me like in here? I can hide in that corner. So I don't want to be on camera. I don't have to do that.
Yes, it's live. Is happening, Lucas. Is it? I think it's happening now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess it's just me. Whew. Y'all know live streams are my favorite. It's been a long time. Let's see. Hey, what up? What up? What up? Marissa, TJ, Jared, Pixie, Dave, Mac. There you go. What does he say? No, Dave, Mac. I think comments are moving too quick. Ben, Bob, Dylan, Rachel. Oh, a whole bunch of people coming on. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's been a long time. Happy to be back. So the first thing I want to explain, because people have been asking, is like, well, what's the switch up? Why are we doing this with Subnoise and SRH? To clarify, OMG is still a label, okay? But I wanted to make sure things were done correctly with this album. As we know, during the lockdown and all that, there was a bit of a mess that's still getting cleaned up, but it is getting cleaned up. So I want to explain how things work. So Regime is an umbrella company that my two partners own. It's one umbrella company. And then sister companies within that umbrella, like Empire, Suburban Noise Records, Battle Axe Records, OMG Records, other companies, we're all sister companies underneath this one umbrella. So I own, with my partners, I own half of Battle Axe Records and half of OMG Records. Decided to bring OMG over to the same umbrella that Battle Axe Records is under, so that moving forward, everything does not have to be done from my apartment. There will not be any more issues, and everything will be done correctly, which it is. I know a lot of you already have the album, received it early. I'm super excited to hear what you think about it. And we're here today to talk about that, and that OMG is going to be relaunched. I've got a plan of how I want to do it. I won't get into that now until everybody's on the same page and I get the green light that that's how we're going to do it. But I have a good plan where you'll be able to get all Madchild catalog and Swollen Members catalog in one store. But you still can now. So if you were to go, if you haven't gotten Mobsters and Monsters, first of all, if you have gotten Mobsters and Monsters, thank you very much. If you haven't gotten it and plan to, go to srh.com. There's sections, and then you go to the music section, press that, and then you'll have the whole Subnoise catalog of music, and Mobsters and Monsters, as well as Swollen Members' greatest hits are in there. You can pick a bundle or you can pick a CD, and that's how you support and purchase right now at the moment. And as you can see, everybody is getting their products on time or early, because that's what this company does. That's why I brought OMG over here. We gave it a shot, did my best. Being an artist and and doing everything is just tougher than I thought it was going to be. And I'm the first one to, apologize and accept and understand my strengths and weaknesses. And now I can bring the things that I do best to a place where they do what they do best. And one day this will just be a bump in the road, the past, and things will just move consistently and fluently and properly. So I'm excited, and we should all be excited. And everybody that's still repping OMG, keep repping OMG. It's still the family, it's still the movement, and I appreciate you. I will start getting a little more active on social media. I just feel like, as sort of making music for this long, I just don't feel like I need to jump up and down every day and come up with content for no reason just to feel special or relevant on how many likes and comments I get. I just don't feel the need to do that anymore. And it kind of circles to yesterday. I was overwhelmed and thankful for having 36 million streams this year on Spotify. I went up 6-7 million from last year, and I was expecting this year to not be so good. And that just goes to show you, like, Okay, so I'm not super popular on social media, but more people are listening to my music. So then that's the goal, right? So it's interesting. And I think a lot of people get that confused. Like, social media is important, but it's not everything. It is a way that we can connect. And I should be doing weekly live streams, and I will start doing them again. And I should post, but I should post when there's purpose, or if I have a cool idea to talk about. But I'm not just going to post twice a day for no reason. I'm just not into it. And I'm pretty sure you'll still listen to my music, as I just witnessed, and we'll all still be family, and we can get together once in a week and chop it up, and it'll be dope. So, as I put in my post on Instagram today, this album, Mobsters and Monsters, isn't so much about me. It's really more about me giving, hoping that I'm going to bring more attention and loyal fans and listeners and family members to Obnoxious, because he is so talented, you know, literally. To find somebody that's, you can find a million artists that are incredibly talented on the internet now, and that's great. It's very oversaturated world in rap music, but it's also a great thing that so many people get to live their dreams. But what Obnoxious does is original, and not only because you can emulate music and be extremely good at it, and we've seen millions of cases of people doing that. But the next step of being an artist is going from emulating to finding your own style and being consistent with that style. That's what he's done. And his raw talent, I would hate to have to battle him. I would hate for someone else to be in someone else's shoes if they had to battle him. I really hope he gets the opportunity to start going on radio shows and snapping, because that's where he'll thrive. That's where he'll really, really show how incredible he is. And this album really shows how incredible he is. So after doing music as long as I have, and been fortunate enough to have been making a living and still making a good living off what I love doing, I feel blessed and fortunate. But it's time for me to also start introducing some other dope people, and maybe I could help them, you know, help them get a leg up and get the ball rolling for themselves. This guy needs to be heard by people. He's so dope, and I hope that you agree. If you have the music, if you have the album, I really would like to know what you think about it. I'm going to put up a post tomorrow morning on Instagram and Facebook. If you could take a second to comment and tell me what you think of the album. And we have a new video dropping tomorrow called Drop Off. I know it says Drop Out on the CD, but anyways, we fucked up. It's called Drop Off. Let me know what you think, because I'm super proud of this album. I always say it's the best album that I've been a part of in a couple of years, for sure. I think I stepped up my game. Actually, we got a bunch of comments that they printed out on YouTube um, by Fearless Leader 8623, Madchild, back and better than ever. Proud of you, homie. Thank you. You know, shit is good. This is, I won't say everybody's name. You know, shit is good when the first time you hear it, it's banging. It's so dope to see Obnoxious able to shine with the OG like Madchild. Obnoxious is a beast as well as Madchild. Back to the real underground sound. These two are a perfect match. Anyway, so you get the idea. The point is that, look, I would rather have a smaller group of people that truly care and are passionate about our music so it could spread organically. I still feel to this day that people sharing music with their friends, playing music at a party, playing it in the car for their friends, passing it around, playing it for people, still is way more valuable than going viral on the internet. That's just my personal thought from watching the whole, sitting back and just watching everything. Going viral is great, and in some cases it works, especially if the people grab the bull by the horns and keep running, including one of my close friends that worked amazingly for him. A lot of the times people will go viral, we'll see them pop off in 6 months. You're like, what the hell happened to them? So in my case, I would rather build something organically that people are really feeling. And it seems like the general consensus is that I sound like the older, younger version of me, I should say. And together we've created music that it's filling a void. And I think that's important. We Mobsters and Monsters and more music that we continue to make. And there's something I've learned from this experience as a solo artist as well. Um, there is a large, a good group of people that are missing that and want more of that. And I'm happy to give it to y'all. I'm happy to give it to them. That's easy. You know what I mean? I experiment. You always want to experiment with music, experiment with music and evolve. But if all I got to do is do what I've always done and people are hyped on that, that's a no brainer for me. I just got to get back in the zone and start living it and writing again. And I'm really excited about continuing to make music. And yesterday was a great, because look, everybody knows I'm not a kid anymore. I've been doing this for a long time. Of course, it's going to come into my mind like, should I keep doing this shit? Like, I have tons of music. I could just tour off that. But I miss let me put it this way. I will go into making music in the future with zero expectation. And I'm going to make songs with zero intent. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to make music for myself in hopes that it's going to translate and you guys are going to love it as well. I said, guys, males and females, because every time that I've been successful in the past, that's just how I made music. I didn't think about it ahead of time. It wasn't there was no intention to it. So I think for me at this point in my life and my career, the best move is just to enjoy the process of being creative. And I owe a couple people features. Shout out to them. Salute. You will get your verses. That's why I don't do features, because I really haven't been making music for a while. Not because of any reason other than I just haven't been plugged into a place. Now there is a place I can start making music, and I'm going to start booking studio time and writing and recording again. But it's not like, when I get into a zone creatively, I got to stay in that zone, deep in it. I get tunnel vision. A lot of people can multitask and do a whole bunch of things. I still am a firm believer that if I want to be, not competitive, I'm not trying to be competitive with other people, but competitive with myself, I have to have tunnel vision. So I can only focus on a couple of things at the same time for me to do my best at those things. So once again, Mobsters and Monsters drops tonight or tomorrow morning, and you can buy the album at srh.com. Go to the music section, hit it, purchase the album. They are autographed CDs. Thank you to the regime, Subnoise Records, SRH, Kevin Ziegler, Ivory Daniel, for believing us, and flipping the bill and put it so we could put out this album and make these videos. Shout out to King Zab for directing the videos. Shout out to Sealance for making the beats. Shout out to Obnoxious for making the album with me. Shout out to Jordan, Seasick, everybody that helped make the album. Sorry, I forget the guy's names that mixed everything in San Diego. Shout out to him as well. It's a great project, man. It's a great album, and I think it's going to be a slow build, a gradual build, but I think that it's going to stick. And what I mean by that is, when I was younger, it wasn't like today. You wouldn't just listen to an album once and keep it moving. If you listen to something and you liked it, it became a part of your life. So I'll say, for example, when I hear the Beastie Boys, License to Ill, it reminds me of a whole summer of when I was a kid, right? Or if I listen to Ice-T Ron Pays, it reminds me of when I was a little kid. Also in the summer, little kid, just getting into rap music. Or if I think of when I first heard Coldplay or first heard Willie Nelson, it brings me back to memories and periods of my life. I want to make music like that. Make music that you live with, whether you live with it for a couple of months or move on. But I want to make music that becomes a part of your life and becomes a part of a memory, a good memory as you get older. I don't want to make something that you listen to once and be like, that was dope, on to the next thing. I understand people have a short attention span now. I understand that. But I still believe that if you spend time making classics and make great music, that it can live with people. That's just my take on the whole thing. So thank you for listening all last year, and having my numbers go up. Thank you to everyone that is still holding on until the relaunch of OMG. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that listens to Battle X Records catalog music. And my albums that are on Sub Noise as well. I appreciate all you. I feel very blessed and fortunate. Life is good. Everything's good. Someone didn't like Coldplay. Coldplay is dope, man. I don't like. I'm talking about Coldplay from 20 years ago, not now. I don't know what they sound like now, but they have some classic albums. Are we in hell or is this planet Earth? That's a good question, Louis. We're on planet Earth, but for sure it's interesting, troubling times to some degree, for sure. I think what's important is not worrying too much about what's going on in the world to the point where it can drive us crazy. That's why I only follow like 30 people on Instagram, because it's just not that healthy for me to watch too much of what's going on outside. For me to be happier, I just focus on the things that I can control and the things that are around me. So my apartment is peaceful. I have a nice place. I'm thankful for that. I got a girlfriend. We're in a great place. I'm so grateful for my dog and my best friends. I don't cut up. I have no people in my life that bring drama to my life anymore, and I don't bring drama to theirs. All my relationships are positive. I'm super blessed to have the friends that I do have. They're all incredible, amazing human beings that inspire me. And I think we just need to focus on our own world and what we can control, because worrying too much about all these things that we can't control is just going to try to drive us crazy. I'm not saying that we should not stand up for ourselves or take a stand, but until that time comes, there's no point in letting it mess with your mental health. Yeah, shout out to you, little bro. Sorry. Am I back to being a millionaire? Adam asked. I can't see all the thing. So that's a good question. I am on. Am I a millionaire again? So if you know my story, you know I've been a millionaire twice and lost it twice to addiction. If you've been paying close attention, you know that I've been clean from my demons, hard drugs, for over 3 years. Now, I don't wave the sober flag. I don't go to AA, any of that. Respect to everybody that does. Do what you got to do for yourself. I'm back to being able to live like a normal person. I'm proud of myself. It was a long, hard road. And I basically was a train hanging off of off of the tracks, up broken tracks off of a cliff, and I pulled myself back up, and I worked hard to be able to have a few drinks when I want to. And yeah, so I'm not trying to pretend to be sober. I'll drink once in a blue moon like a normal person. I could take it or leave it. Don't do hard drugs anymore. So that brings us to a place now of clarity and common sense, right? 3 years later, which is now. And so your question was, am I a millionaire again? I have companies and collections of things, if you were to look at my net worth, that would make me a millionaire. Am I liquid rich? No. So when I was a millionaire, the first time I had both, right? You have your portfolio, real estate, blah, 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 companies, da, da, da. And I was also, liquid cash rich. Second time around, both. Third time around, my future is secure. That's the best way that I could answer it. So I'm straight. As far as liquid cash, life is expensive. And I got to pay the bills just like everybody else. I'm blessed to be making good money, doing what I love, but still building the point where I can say that I have both. But I can tell you that I am fortunate that my future is secure. And my net worth is, yes, that. Okay. Pocket watchers. No, it's cool. It's a fair question. I mean, I've talked about being rich and poor and rich and poor, and I ain't rich right now, but I ain't poor. And yes, I guess if I was to cash in on everything, I would be considered well-to-do, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Till you what? Okay, I'm seeing some shit. Thank you. Appreciate you, homie. Top 5 rapper. I appreciate that. Hey, if we can just get another million people to agree with you, we'll be lit. Whoop whoop. Shout out to Charles. 9 years off hard drugs for Thorson. Congratulations. I remember. Oh, these things move fast. Will I ever do another track with Joey and Are We Cool? Yeah, of course. Yep, Joey's cool. He's doing his own thing. I haven't seen him in a year. But we keep in touch, and we'll definitely make music again. Look, he was here working his ass off, helping out, and we gave it our best shot during a difficult time, and now he's doing his own thing. But our relationship is totally cool. Whoop whoop, Bruce. Whoop, Tina. Come live in Texas. My money will stretch further. Yeah, I heard that, but I also heard if it would have done that a couple of years ago, because everything in Texas is doubled, correct? I will say I don't spend money on unnecessary things. I know I'm wearing this watch right now, but that was before. These days, I definitely am careful because we don't know which. Well, we kind of see what direction things are going, right? We'll kind of get an idea of what's going on with the economy now. With the whole FTX thing just happened, and we're watching. We're seeing all these things happen. So, I would say be not frugal, but just if you're gonna spend money, spend it on eat good and or make a good experience. I wouldn't worry so much right now about material items or spending money on things to make yourself feel more important or spend money to make yourself look like you're doing better than you're doing, because really nobody gives a fuck. I'm wearing this hat because I got it for free from my homie. I'm wearing this shirt because I support SRH and it was free from my homie. Like, I am not going out spending money on expensive clothes so you guys could think I'm doing great, because I really don't give a fuck. Like, it's just not the way to be thinking right now. And there will be time in the future when the economy is great, cool. But I've talked about this as well. Like, I think perception is a very dangerous thing. And I guess I'm supposed to be talking on here. That's the point. I think perception is a very dangerous thing these days. I think it's pushing, the crime rate here in LA is higher than it's ever been. And I think watching a bunch of people show off things that we can't possibly afford right now is making us feel lesser than, and, pushing to have a pair of $900 sneakers or $2,000, $3,000 jacket so we can make a social media post and have everybody think we're lit or we're up is not the move right now. And I don't think that's really good for people's mental health, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not talking, just in general. That's why I don't pay a lot of attention to that stuff. And I am in a mentally good place. I am in a mentally healthy place. But it's kind of because I shut off a lot of what's going on out there, because it's a bunch of fucking nonsense, really. Like, if you're doing great and you can afford to go to Gucci, then go ahead. But don't fucking not pay bills or save money so you can do that. That's just my advice. Take it or don't. It's up to you. Yeah, I mean, what about all the Gucci for my dog? Baby doesn't have any Gucci. And you're talking about 7 years ago when I had Lola. I'm talking about now, not 7 years ago. We all learn in life. And there's nothing wrong with having Gucci. At the time, I could afford it. I said, we're going into an economic tough situation. I said that right now is not the time to blow money on shit like that unless you can super afford it, is what I said. Back then, I could afford it, and we weren't going into an economic crisis like heading for 2008 all over again. So I didn't say I never wore Gucci, and I never said I didn't like it. I just said now is not the time to go spend a bunch of fucking money on it. Obnoxious is dope. Let's talk about that. Obnoxious is dope as fuck. So Mobsters and Monsters, new video comes out tomorrow called Drop Off. I hope you like it. I'm going to put up a post in the morning I would really appreciate it if you took the time out to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you don't follow Obnoxious yet and you fuck with the music, please give them a follow, give them support. There's 10 million rappers out there. How the hell are you supposed to get through all these rappers unless you got millions of money or drug money behind you and all this shit and go to the top? Like, it's not an easy thing. Talent alone doesn't just get you there. So it's your support that gets someone there. This your support was why I'm able to put out music still. It's your support that'll make it so he can do well and make a good living off of his music because he deserves it. So that's what I'm asking you for, is to support him, because I think he worked really hard and he really deserves it. He's really fucking incredible rapper, period. He's super dope. 2008 did suck, Rob. It fucking sucked. That's when I was a drug addict and I lost 13 houses. Oh my God, it was the worst. I don't know if I probably would have been able to keep them if I was on point at that time, but man, I got crushed. Joe Magic, I saw your question. I'm going to leave that one alone, but respect to them, of course. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Christine. I will keep going. Hey, David, I was in your top 5 for Spotify this year. Thank you. That's crazy to me. To be in someone's top 5, top 10 on Spotify, that's crazy to me. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta remember, we're just all people, man. You know what I mean? And it's a trip. Just like those kind of things keep me going for sure. La Coca Nostra, that's like one of the baddest rap groups of all time. I wish they had kept things going. I've got them tattooed right here. Shout out to La Coca Nostra. Work for It. Yeah, that's a banger. Shout out to Sick Jackin, legend, king of LA for sure. Honored that we got to do a track with him. King of Pain. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. So, like King of Pain, right? That's an EP that I made when I was really in the zone. When I did the Made mixtape. When it's not streaming because it's all Madlib beats, and that was Evidence's idea. Kevin was just asking me about it just before this. I said we can't stream it because of Madlib beats, but like I want to get back to that zone because it's not like riding a bicycle. Like being a true artist isn't. When you take a break, you can jump back in and you can go into autopilot and you can still make a dope verse or make a dope song or whatever. But like when you're really living it and writing and your phone's turned off and you're just writing and words are coming to you out of the air and you're watching movies and you're grabbing things out of movies and you're seeing something at the grocery store or whatever, like that's when you're really in the zone as a writer. And I consider myself to be an actual writer, an actual artist. And there's been times when I've been deep in my art and going back and listening to my back catalog, which I've done for the first time in my life, I can see the times during my career that I was really, truly in the zone as an artist. Albums like Black Magic, King of Pain, Made, Dope Sick, Lawnmower Man, Balance, Bad Dreams, Daggermouth, Silver Tongue Devil. I'm forgetting some, but like those were times when I was really in the zone as an artist, as a writer. Then there was times where I was putting out music and I listened to it. I'm like, it's dope, but there was still a little bit of a disconnect with myself listening and what I was creating. And I know the difference of when I was really in the zone. It's almost like, you know, in a dark room and there's a spotlight on you that's very dim, and picture a cigarette burning slowly in an ashtray and you're just in your own world and true art is coming out from within. To me, that's being an artist. So I'm hoping that time allows that very soon and the inspiration comes to have another round of doing that. So when I talk about a third round of success, yes, I'm a person that wants to be successful with business. I'm a person that wants to get back to where I was. But more important than money is purpose. And I was put on this earth to make art and make music. So the experience of making music and art once again with zero intent, meaning no expectation of what's going to come back, is something that I'm a period of my life that I'm greatly looking forward to. And of course, rebuilding OMG, we have a great concept. We have a great group of people, a great family, and it's trying to bring everybody back together. And I don't want to commit to making 500 FaceTime calls because it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. But I do want to commit to being on here once a week with you and keeping everybody updated. But most of all, I want to make some more dope ass music to make you proud, because you're the ones that support me. I'm assuming that 90% of the people on here support me, or you wouldn't be here. Maybe there's 10% of haters, but that just comes with being successful. If I didn't have any haters right now, I'd be super concerned. So the people that are hating or talking shit, like, I thank you so much, because you're making me feel like I'm still relevant. But I want to make great music to make you proud. And I want to make OMG a great company to make you proud. So it's a bit of a balancing act, but we could definitely do both. Jonah, #1 on your Spotify. Thank you so much. Appreciate that very much. People get OMG tattoos, Battle Axe tattoos. So much love. I appreciate you. Shout out to Canada, Corey. Yeah, this is where I'm from, Canada. I know I live in LA, and my #1 country of listening to my music now is United States. Canada was 2 for the first time, but I am Canadian. I'm from Vancouver. Canadian blood runs through these veins. I live in California and LA because it's my favorite city. And the weather is always good. And I've just got great friends here, but I'm very proud to be Canadian. Super proud that I lived the first half of my life in Vancouver. And I can't wait to come back and come on tour and connect with everybody. East Van, shout out to East Van. North Van is where I'm from. And I'm always going to be proud of where I'm from. The Little White Hulk, Jose said thank you. Yeah, we had a great time, Swollen members. Been lit, man. It's been great. My life's been a roller coaster ride, but the ups were way up. There's way more good memories than bad. I feel blessed, and I feel young still. I just do. I think the industry that I'm in keeps us young, and I take care of myself. Go to the gym, eat healthy. Lots of life left. Lots of creativity left. So we're just gonna keep it moving. So tomorrow, once again, if you haven't gotten the album, they are autographed. Go to srh.com. Hit the music section. That's where you can get Mobsters and Monsters. Myself and Obnoxious. I can't wait for you to hear the whole album. And our new video drops tomorrow at 9 a.m., directed by King Zab. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be answering comments all day on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. That will be a day that I spend all day on social media responding. Kelowna, East Van. Yes, Kelowna is amazing too. So then, if you're watching this and you're from Canada, I spent time living in North Van, downtown Vancouver, Kelowna, Victoria, and all great places. And all cities showed me a lot of love, and I'm very grateful. And then my best friend that's in Canada still is Dow Jones. He lives in Edmonton. So I've gotten a lot of love in Edmonton and Calgary and in Winnipeg, where he's originally from. Well, and Toronto is always amazing. Ontario, I love Canada. Montreal, the whole Atlantic, Canada is amazing. I really miss it, and I should have some good news for you soon. I'm waiting to see there's a tour being planned, so I'm waiting to see what it looks like before I can announce it. But that's basically it, man. I can answer some questions. Maple Ridge, yeah, I spent lots of time in Maple Ridge. Very cool. I love you too, Christine. Thank you. Shout out to Edmonton, Rusty. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez. I love Canada. Thank you. Justin said, "Don't blame Canada." LOL. You get a little scared with them demon songs. Yeah, I mean, I can get pretty dark in my music. That's a fact. But I think I did a good job overall in my whole catalog of music about talking about dark things in a way that's still fun to listen to. I spent a lot of, like I said, I never listened to my old music, Sworn Members, or my soul music. And for the first time, I've been going back and listening. And I'm really proud of what we did, and it's also helped me to get to where I am right now and ready to be creative again. And yeah, darkness, dark poetry, abstract expressionism, like whatever you want to call it, like that's what I do. I don't like making songs with intent very often. I and very rare does the outcome that you would hope for happen anyway. So why should I bother doing that? Why can't I just make art from within, which is abstract and is mixed with darkness, but it's also has comedy. And I think one of my strong suits is wordplay. Like, and there is, you could say nobody cares about that anymore, but that's just simply not true. There obviously is a large listening group of people that care about lyrics. There obviously is. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I do and hope that my music spreads, makes you happy, and continues to spread to other people that do care about um, people that can snap, people that sound original, people that can fucking. Hopefully, I become, make music, make your jaw drop again, because I know I got it in me. Stuck on the song Jackal, Psych Ward says, yeah, that one, I didn't, you know what, that one's crazy because we never, I don't know if you know, like YouTube ads are, a lot of, it's part of the game now. People pay money, and it's, you're not buying ads. What you're doing is you're paying to have your video pop up. So, for example, if I was to do a YouTube ad, this is how it works. Say you're watching a Yellow Wolf video. What I'm doing would be doing is I'd be paying money for my video to pop up with 2, 3 other videos after a Yellow Wolf video, for example, right? You still have to decide to hit it and watch it for it to count as a view. You're not buying fake views. I've never done that. But I have paid for things called YouTube ads. For the Mobsters and Monsters album, they're just organic views. So if you're wondering why some videos are at 1 million or 800,000 and these ones are 150,000, 250,000, those are organic views, which means that people are sharing the videos organically and watching them, and it's a slower build, but it's a real build. And I think that's perfectly fine for where I'm at with my career right now, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy to see real numbers. Now, if I was to pay money and put a bunch of money into an ad, you'd still have to be somebody that likes the type of music in the genre of music that I make. So let's just pick another example. I don't know, Chris Webby, whoever, you know what I mean? My video would still have to pop up after that along with other videos. You'd still have to click on my video out of curiosity, watch it all the way through, or at least a certain portion. I don't know exactly how long you have to watch it for that to count as a view. What we're doing right now is completely organic. But back to what I was talking about with Jackal, we never put money behind that. When that video came out, it didn't even come out the gate hard. It did. Something just happened and people started sharing it, and now it's at 19 million views, which for me is crazy. Not a dollar was ever put behind ads on that video, and it was a long build to get to 19 million or whatever it's at, but it just happened. So sometimes things will just go viral just because. You never know. But I'm definitely not going to spend the rest of my life trying to make things to go viral. That's just not me. I love and respect the people that do it and are successful. And one thing I've learned in the game now, watching younger people be successful, is, at first I was like, I would see people be successful, right? I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cheating. What I've learned in the last 3 years that I've been up and clean and becoming myself again, there's no such thing as cheating anymore. There's winning and there's losing. So I don't never will slight anyone for how they became successful. They just figured out a life hack. They figured out an angle. They figured out something that was true to them, and they became successful by doing that. And I will never hate on someone for that. And I think we should just accept, in an oversaturated world of artists, anybody that could figure out a way to get to a high point with their career that includes successful younger rappers from Western Canada that I'm proud of, and Canada. They figured out ways to become successful, and their talent, and then they were able to take it because they had the talent and ride it and have successful careers. Good for them. That's fucking awesome. So I see things in under a different light now, and I think it's dope. My imagery hits hard. Thank you, Suzanne. He's fired. Super Beast is an amazing album. Thank you. I should be proud of it. Humi says it slaps. Thank you. And I think out of the 5 albums that I've made on OMG so far, Super Beast would be my favorite album. I think it is a couple steps away from where I want to be. Not quite there yet, but it was the closest. And I think when I talk about albums like Dope Sick, Lawnmower Man, Bad Dreams, Black Magic, etc., it was the little details. It was taking the extra time. Lawnmower Man I actually made in 13 days, but I was just on one because Dope Sick, we had amazing success. It was my second round of success as an artist. Didn't expect that to happen, and so I was riding off of that energy. I was riding off of that wave. So that one just came out fast, pop, pop, pop. But it's one of my best albums. But I think at this time, at this point in my career, in my life, to make a classic, I want to take time to make that classic. And I'm not talking about a year. I'm just talking about like a consolidated couple months where I'm just in the studio every day, living in the moment of being an artist and writing. I have a ton of songs. And of course, I have an album that needs to come out. So I think next year is going to be more busy as far as releases. And we're going to have the OMG store up and running again. We're going to have the movement connected and clicking again. And I'm really looking forward to 2023. But for the end of 2022, we have Mobsters and Monsters for you. It's fire. It'll take you through Christmas. I hope you love it as much as I love making it. Shout out to Obnoxious. He is a fucking beast. And there's a hater right there, Alex. Thank you for once again being a hater. I love it. Like, it makes my dick hard that people still hate on me after 25 years. It's so amazing. Fuck yeah. Why don't I do more with Vinny Paz? He's incredible. I'm just not. Sorry, that question was by Jason Decker. I just don't reach out to people to ask to do songs. Not that I shouldn't. I mean, I think I should reach out to artists to do more songs, and I will. I just don't reach out to people. That's just not how I've been moving. But I think Vinny Paz is dope. Jason says because he doesn't want to work with scammers. Look, I am not a scammer. I fucking tried to do things during the when we were locked in. I did the best job I could. I apologize. It didn't work all the way through. We are working through things. I literally just spent $8,000 of my money filling orders, as a lot of you know that you're receiving now, because I'm getting caught up on everything. I'm a human being. I did my best. I'm not going to play the blame game. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, blame it all on me. I'll take it all. I'll take all the weight. I'll take all the blame. Talk all the shit you want. But you have to just remember one thing. Why would I, with a very specific, loyal group of people who listen to my music and have supported me for so long, why in the fuck would I want to risk losing your support and love and listening to my music over $50 or $49 or $39 or $16 or $100? Why the fuck would I want to lose a lifetime fan and supporter? And I hate to use the word fan, but why the fuck would I want to lose a lifelong family member and supporter for fucking $80? Like, why would I want to do that? It makes zero sense. Because a lot of you have been listening to my music for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years. And so if you always just put my business hat on, right? If I was just to put my business hat on, knowing that you support me and have been supporting me, which I greatly appreciate, I know that as long as I make good music and come on here and connect with y'all, you're going to continue to come to my shows. You're going to continue to buy my albums. Why would I fucking throw away another 10 years of that so I could steal $60 from you? It makes fucking no sense. So I apologize for I just want everybody to understand, why would I do that? It makes no sense whatsoever. Mistakes just happen. I put things in people's hands. They worked for a while, dropped the ball. I couldn't pay attention to every micro detail that was happening. Now we're cleaning up the mess. That's all I can do. I'm not going to relaunch OMG until everybody's taken care of, till everything's wrapped up in a bow and finally done and off everybody's plate. I want to thank everybody so much that has supported with Mobsters and Monsters. I'm very grateful and humbled that you are supporting and buying the album and buying the bundles and packages and the greatest Swole Numbers, greatest hits. We've done great on it. And thank you for continuing to support and believe in me and understand that the last thing I want to do is lose you as a supporter. Without you, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? So like literally fucked. So I'll be making music for myself. You know what I mean? Like I'd have zero career. So I would never intentionally try to fuck somebody over. So I do apologize. And if you're still waiting on something, it's all cataloged. It's all being dealt with. I'm handling it as I can pay for it as we can go. There's more orders to be paid that I'm doing next week, and we're just going to keep it moving until everyone's gotten taken care of. And I believe that everybody that has had to wait has gotten gifts and apologies and extra items, and we've given people the opportunity. Do you want your money back? And they said, no, I want what I ordered. And thank you very much for that, because I'll give you your money back, but you wanted what you ordered, so that's what we're doing. We're making everything and sending it out to you. 684 days sober. Congratulations, Chris. Okay, Jason, he told you your order number was, okay, as far as the only person that's handling things now is a she, and her name is Jen, and you can talk to her on customer service at SRH, and she's very thorough. Once again, put all the blame on me, 1,000%. I'll take all the blame. Haters are just your fans in denial. Thank you, KM, for peace. Yes, you get it. And we'll win them back. You know what I mean? Some people have a right to be pissed off. Thank you very much, Jeremy, Richard. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Support, much respect. Lincoln. Charlie, I just read your message. Jason, you email me silversurfer5757@icloud.com. Okay, I just gave out my personal email, and I will take care of that tomorrow morning, sir. Okay, hopefully you and I will be friends after that. I think I'm live on 5 channels, Daytona. I think they got me on OMG, Sub Noise, Swole Members, my page, Suburban Noise. I'm on a lot of them. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep your music coming out. It's awesome. Listen to it. Keep listening to Fuck Haters. Thank you, Marquis. What's the hardest thing about making music? When you don't have a studio at your house. That's my answer. I have a partial studio at my house, but once I'm set back up and can run my own Pro Tools again by myself, I'm looking forward to that. Who, me? You are my friend. Tara, yes, you can email me for no reason. I've never heard a bad song from you. They're all fire from James. And we're going to end it there. That's a great one. I love you guys. I'm going to actually do this again tomorrow or Monday. It's fun. First one's always shake the rust off, but I felt like this was pretty good. And I felt like there was, once again, 90% love, 10% hate. I'll take it. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't know how to turn this off, so I'm going to walk out. Thank you. And I appreciate it. Check the post tomorrow because I want to see what you think of the album. I'm going to read everybody's comments and respond to everybody. Much love. God damn it, I'm good looking. This isn't who you have to hit about orders. This is Cash. She does other things in the office.
Like turn off live streams.
Say hi.
Hi.